Friends, this is Tim Hudson, writer-producer of Dead FM, and I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about the inspiration for this piece. Like all of our Halloween offerings, this radio play is a labor of love, family, and friends. We love every second of what we do, and we love to bring these plays to you every year. We literally cannot thank you enough for taking the time to listen. I had the idea for Dead FM shortly after last year's Halloween War of the Worlds broadcast, and I completed the writing by March of this year, with the intention of beginning recording in August. In between those dates, however, something unexpected happened. The great George A. Romero died on July 16th of lung cancer at the age of 77. For those of you not familiar with George Romero, he is popularly known as the godfather of the dead, and quite literally, the architect of the modern zombie as we know it. If you like The Walking Dead, Zombieland, Resident Evil, or any of the million or so other zombie franchises, a line can be traced right back to Romero himself, without the slightest hint of hyperbole. If there were an inner circle to horror royalty, certainly George Romero would have been the first member. Surely, if there are two epochs in zombie films, they would have been described as before Romero and after Romero. The first true zombie film, Romero's Night of the Living Dead, was released in 1968, the year before I was born, and I don't remember a time that I wasn't aware of the film. I remember being a monster kid in the 80s and hearing the ad for Dawn of the Dead on KMOD's Midnight Movies and wondering what it was all about. It would remain a mystery to me until years later when my buddies and I rented the videotape at Pop and Go Video Store, which used to be at 75 and Frank Phillips. We had so much fun with the wonderful gore and all manner of creatures that I'm sure my mom didn't want me to see. I would later learn that the seemingly crude package contained volumes of social commentary that Romero cleverly wove into the stories. Among other things, the films contained statements on racism, consumerism, and lefty politics, struggles and interests that beckon me and capture my attention to this very day. While Dead FM is an original work, Romero's fingerprints are all over the piece, and for those in the know, I hope you have fun picking out the name references that come from his amazing films. For those who don't know Romero's work, I hope you take the time to seek out anything with his name attached. You'll thank me later. He was the architect of my dreams and the tour guide to my nightmares. His work spoke across time and space to a kid in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, who would one day use his work as a springboard for the play you're about to hear. Like the song says, it's a poor attempt to imitate the man, but here's my offering, and I am dedicating Dead FM to George A. Romero. Thank you, George, and Godspeed. And to you guys, lock your doors, bolt your windows, turn off the lights, and enjoy Dead FM.
May I have your attention, please? This is your Federal Emergency Broadcast System. This is not a drill. This is a public safety announcement. I repeat, this is a public safety announcement. The federal government, through the Department of Homeland Security, has issued a warning to be broadcast to the general public. A pandemic warning has been issued by the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta, Georgia. An unknown contagion is currently infecting large numbers of the public. The cause of this contagion is as yet unknown, but it is known to be communicable through a bite. If the victim survives the bite attack, the subject will succumb to the contagion. The general population is being ordered to shelter in place. All military personnel are ordered to return to their bases immediately. All medical and emergency medical personnel are ordered to report to the nearest hospital and await assignment. All law enforcement personnel are to report to their headquarters. Please stay tuned to this station for further information as it becomes available. This message will be repeated every 5 minutes. All normal programming on this station is suspended until further notice.
Okay, we are back. Sorry for the loop, ladies and gentlemen, as it's several hours old by now, but I'm sure you understand. Barb Logan here, and just as with the last time, we will try to stay on as long as we can, but circumstances may drive us from the air. We are currently back in the KWN studios, but I'm not sure how long this will be safe. As I said before, if the area becomes unsafe, we will retreat, and that will possibly happen without warning. The only reason we are still broadcasting is to try to get as much information out to the public as we can. We want everyone to be as safe as possible and to survive this difficult time until we are given a plan of action from the higher up. Okay, so by unofficial count, we are at about 42 hours into this crisis, give or take. And there does not appear to be an end in sight. Hold on a moment. Ben, we have a bunch of new stuff, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of PSAs. Let me sort out the newest ones. They're from all over, multiple agencies. I'll get the higher one up from the Fed.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we will have the most up-to-date reports that we can have in a few moments. You have to understand that, like you, we are concerned for our own safety. Thankfully, we are broadcasting from the second floor of our building, so I think that buys us some semblance of safety. I have not seen any of these things climbing up flights of stairs. At least not yet, I haven't.
2 minutes.
So we will have something in 2 minutes.
We're all secured, or at least as much as we can be.
All right, now get out by the windows and be a lookout. What are you carrying?
Enough, don't worry. If they're coming up here, I got a shotgun waiting for them. Some other stuff if it gets closer. I keep hearing blades don't need reloading, so I'm holding as many blades as I can. A machete, a Rambo knife, another machete, some throwing stars.
Okay, we get it. Just make sure there's nothing coming close here.
Jeez, I'm telling you, all we have to do is go to Liz's, pick her up, bring her back here, board up the windows, have a natty, and wait for this whole thing to blow over.
I got it. It's through.
In the simplest terms, it has been established that the dead have been returning to life and committing acts of murder on living persons upon sight. More disturbingly, it has been observed that these reanimated dead will cannibalize their victims, living or dead, in any way they can. Further, as I think has been widely publicized, non-fatal bites from these creatures will result in the victim turning into one. To repeat, if you are bitten by one of these things, you will eventually succumb to the contagion.
Colonel Nicotero, it was originally reported that this was only the recently deceased that were coming back. Is that no longer true?
Our most recent intelligence shows that it is all deceased. All deceased. All dead from whatever cause will come back to life and will seek human victims. And that is all dead, those that died 100 years ago or 10 seconds ago, unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation or extreme trauma to the head. This trauma includes decapitation or a gunshot or a foreign object such as an arrow or knife to the head. This seems to be the only way to stop them. Until they are immobilized in such a manner, they will keep attacking and will not stop.
We have to get this out. Every dead body that is not exterminated becomes one of them. It gets up and kills. The people it kills get up and kill. This is the beginning of the end. Take your hands off me. We are...
So, at this point, what is the official plan? Are we looking at martial law?
There is no simple answer to that. Yes, the matter of martial law has been discussed, but at this point we're not sure that is a viable option. There would have to be some semblance of a battle plan in place, which I can't say is where we are currently.
You can't be suggesting that we are in an every man for himself scenario.
Those are your words, and not mine. We are not in any position as those entrusted with the defense of the United States of America to
What? To what?
to advise an every person for themselves scenario. I am, however, here to urge citizens to arm themselves and act in any way necessary to stop these hordes. They will attack on sight and will keep coming until they are put down. To put it bluntly, there is no approved way of dispatching these walking zombies, for lack of a better word, nor is there any absolutely safe place, save for a military bunker or something similar. I can also tell you that we have as yet not approved any large-scale offensive on the dead, as any would certainly include thousands, if not millions, of civilian casualties.
What do we do? When we ask, what do we do? What does the government say?
You know, we agree that, you know what, sir, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to say the political answer. Lives depend on this, and it is not the time for politics. What do? You hide if you can. If you can't hide, you run. And if you can't run, you fight. You fight for your life and your family's lives. And it is us, the living, against them, the dead, and we must win. We will help you if we can, but with the way things are happening, that may be sporadic. We will get to those of you that we can, but we are quickly becoming outnumbered.
What has happened? Ma'am, what has caused this? Is this the end?
We're not positive. Although the popular theory seems to be something in conjunction with the Savini space probe. As has been widely reported, it exploded in the Earth's atmosphere while returning from Venus, scattering radioactive contamination. That much we know is true. The probe did crash and there were contamination issues. I can tell you, and this is with the utmost assurance, this is not the work of biological terrorists, as has been suggested. I need to stress this event is not the result of human design. This is not directed specifically at the United States, as the attacks are being reported around the world. At this point, however, I think the cause is the least of our worries.
How much more of this is there?
This is it. There are a couple of others, but they are not as official. There are portions of town that I'm being told are cut off. I've got Travis at the sheriff's office. Hang on.
Like I said earlier, we are going to stay on as long as we can and get you as much information as we can. I wouldn't have thought this possible 48 hours ago, but we've got to be ready to fight for our lives. And that means everyone, every living human being has got to be ready to fight for their lives at a moment's notice. As I'm sure you know, these things don't reason. You cannot communicate with them. They have no recollection of their lives and only see us as food. They do not move quickly, but will keep coming and can overwhelm in large numbers.
I got him. Trav?
I'm here, but not sure for how long. We've been having a problem keeping the phones charged up. You've got to keep on that. Being without communication can be deadly. There are some places in town that are already without power, and that will probably only get worse.
Are there areas that are off limits?
Affirmative. Yes, there are, but at this point, I can't tell you an exact list because there are areas added and taken off all the time. I've heard there are people holed up at the mall and at the high school field.
But what are they doing? Why do they go there?
I don't know. Some kind of instinct, maybe? Memory of what they used to do? Those are apparently important places in their lives. I can tell you, and it would probably be safer to tell you, which areas have a strong police and or military presence.
This is National Guard.
Some, and regular Army. We, as well as the federal government, are using any means at our disposal to try to maintain as many safe areas as we can. It is likely that the most fortified areas of town are going to be the areas that are already fenced in. As you already know, the event command has been set up at the city barn area, which has always been inside a large chain link fence. There is now a helicopter landing area as well as the usual one at Jane Phillips.
So those two areas are for sure safe.
At this point in time, I don't know if any area can be completely considered safe. But yes, those areas are for the most part secure.
Where else is secure?
Most of the rural areas are better, and the visibility is much longer in the areas where there would be bodies such as cemeteries. Well, pretty much everybody knows where that would be. We're also finding that the dead there are still reanimated, but it takes them longer to work their way out. It's crazy but true. And they're obviously in a more decomposed state.
So they are not as dangerous?
All zombies that would be considered dangerous. I need everyone to know that all the dead need to be taken very seriously. These things are a danger until they are completely neutralized. And that is through shooting them in the head or burning them.
Yes, we just played a report from Washington that said the same thing.
And we are advising people not to play around with this at all. If you have to engage one of these things and are able, shoot first and ask questions later. And don't try to save ammo. Shoot them twice in the head if you can. Be sure.
John, you still good up there?
Yeah, there's nothing. There's a bunch of helicopters going over, though.
We've got to look out.
Okay, that's good. You guys be safe. Wade, you on that? Sorry, things are happening. We're also hearing there are groups of vigilantes going around like a posse or something. So be aware of that, too. Have you heard from Ray?
Not in the last few hours, but was good last time.
You may actually know more than we do on some of this.
Maybe, but I honestly hope not. For those of you listening that don't know, my husband Ray is currently in Oklahoma City working with the Centers for Disease Control on what's been happening. They have groups in each state for as long as it takes to get this figured out.
So are we about done here?
Sean, seriously, we're on here with the cops.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to stay out there and just get eaten. Am I even getting paid for this?
Honestly, Sean, I am going to come out there and beat you myself.
Paid? I can't believe you've gotten paid up till this point.
I'm not even supposed to be here today. My buds are in Tallahassee right now, which is where Liz and I should have been yesterday.
Just watch the front.
Where's Spider anyway? He's supposed to have been here. Jeez, I'm going.
Unbelievable. This is what happens while the world crumbles. Trav, sorry, our lookout.
I get you. We've got some of that over here, too. Please get the information out as soon as you get it, though. You don't have to go through channels like we do.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
I don't have much else right now, but keep in touch. Don't mess around with anything that even kind of looks dangerous. We're going to get through this.
We've got that running announcement.
Citizens of the United States, you should have an emergency kit in your house. This includes things like water, food, and other supplies to get you through the first couple of days before you can locate a secure refugee camp. Here are a few items you should include in your kit. For a full list, visit the CDC emergency page. Water, 1 gallon per person per day. Food, and try to stock up on non-perishable items that you eat regularly. Medications. This includes prescription and non-prescription meds. Tools and supplies, a utility knife, duct tape, battery-powered radio, etc. Being in Oklahoma, a NOAA radio might also be a good idea. Sanitation and hygiene, household bleach, soap, towels, etc. Clothing and bedding, a change of clothes for each family member, and blankets. Important documents, copies of your driver's license, passport, and birth certificate, to name a few. First aid supplies, as extensive medical supplies as you can get.
Mom?
Baby. Yes, babe. Oh, God. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're still inside the house, and Grandpa's boarded everything up. There's only little slits between some of the boards that we can see out. I'm scared, though. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Don't be sorry. We have to do what we have to do to stay here. How is Grandpa and Grandma?
They're okay. Do you want to talk with them?
Not yet. Just you. Are you being brave? Is Bear with you guys?
He's here, and he's protecting us. He barks when he hears something. He tries to go outside at them, but we won't let him out. I don't think I'm being very brave. Are you coming here? Is Dad coming?
Yes, I'm going to, but I've got to stay on here for a little while and get some more information out to the people. I will come to you shortly, and that I promise. Dad is still in OKC, and he's going to be there for a while until we get this under control. He's safe, though, for sure. He's in a very safe place, and he's working to save everyone.
We've been watching out the slit in the window. Grandpa has his gun, and we've got another one sitting there.
I have one, too. I want you to know that. What has been happening?
We've been watching TV, but it kind of went crazy. They started arguing, and it finally went off. So we've been listening to you. We turned it down, though, when you called.
Okay, that's right. Have you seen anything?
We saw someone walking down the road, but we couldn't tell if it was one of them or not. We just didn't do anything, and it kept going. He was going toward the church, and then we couldn't see him anymore.
You did good. That's the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Listen to Grandma and Grandpa, and I'll be there shortly. Put Grandma on, please. I love you.
Grandma? Mom wants to talk to you. Barbara? Barbara,
Yes,
are you there?
yes. Francine, thank God you guys are all right.
Well, have you heard from Ray?
A few hours ago. I'm going to call him next. He's fine, though. Trust me. He's the safest of all of us.
Well, I figured, well, now, hopefully he'll have an answer to all of this soon.
I hope so, too. I'm coming out there in a few minutes. They asked me to stay on as long as I could, and I think we're about at the end of what we can do here, and it's not safe. We're at the top of a couple of flights of stairs here, and we've got a lookout here, but honestly, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Regardless, I'm coming out there.
Oh, okay. Now, but you've got to keep in contact, though.
I will. The deputies told me we have to be careful with our cell phone juice, so we have to watch that. What all do you have there?
Well, we've got several guns now. We've got 2 shotguns and a rifle. Arthur, what else do y'all have to fight with?
We got guns. I got an axe and a hatchet and a machete and a chainsaw.
Arthur!
Well, I do. I ain't going to mess around with this. I'm going to do what it takes to stand in the way for you two. And
Okay. Well, we're under control here. He's obviously holding down the front lines, but we've also got a lot of canned food. We're pretty well barricaded. We've got boards on all the windows with screws instead of nails, and we've got a way to get out under the house from the inside. Now, I think we're okay. If we could just hold this down until there's a cure or whatever. Hang on to Arthur. Sure thing, dear. Sorry, he goes on and on.
His son does that from time to time, too.
Oh, yeah, but I love it. Hang on again.
I know you're joshing, but I
love it, too.
I got
Okay, we're headed out, and God willing, I'll be there in 10 or 15 minutes.
You still have that pistol we gave you?
I do. It's on my hip. Honestly, it's not my favorite thing to do, but I got it.
Okay. Well, we'll say a prayer.
Hang on. It's Ray.
Oh, okay. Now go and tell him we love him.
Barb?
Babe. Oh, God. I'm so glad to hear your voice.
Are you okay? Is Sarah all right?
Yes to both. I'm finishing up at work, and she's at your parents'. She's safe for now.
What's happening there with Mom and Dad, that is?
They're barricaded. Art has several guns, and they've got a lot of food and an escape route. Sarah says Bear is alert and barks at trouble.
Okay. That sounds all right.
We've done about as much as we can here, so I'm going out to be with Sarah and your parents. Ray, I just don't know. It's getting really bad.
Yeah, it's not good here either. Seriously, I think we're making some progress.
Really? How? Is this going to end?
Well, you know the stuff about the bites, and that's obviously bad, but I think we may be able to counteract it.
You're kidding. Babe, that's major.
I'm not sure yet, but I think we may be able to vaccinate it against it, too.
Where are you on this?
Not far enough to announce it, but pretty close. We've got several subjects we're watching right now. Well, there's no shortage of subjects, but you know the variables are pretty wide. There's a lot of things that could change.
When the news came out that the bite could infect, that was pretty devastating. I mean, it's scary enough, but even if they don't kill you, it can still kill you.
No, I know. Each bite is different, and the time frame to when the victim changes varies wildly. With some, it's an hour or two, and with some, with minor bites, can take several days to change. I'm
What?
I can't get you guys out of my mind. I'm thinking about you and Sarah constantly.
I know. I'd be lying if I said it didn't scare me too. If you weren't there for all of us, and I mean the whole world, well, I can't think of any reason we'd be apart during a time like this.
You're there for our whole world. You, me, and Sarah. And I love you for it. You're keeping us together.
You're going to make me cry. And I don't have time for that.
I know. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Let's get back to the important stuff. So, what more do you need to do?
We've just got to observe at this point. At bare minimum, I know we can slow down the transformation. That's what's happening as we speak. But like I said, I think we can stop it. But it takes time. Honestly, that's the only bright spot here, but that could be a game changer.
I know you'll do it.
Yeah, I'm trying. We got to get back together. I can get you and Sarah in here, probably Mom and Dad too.
Well, that's what we've got to do.
I can't leave. At least not yet.
I know. I already thought of that. Then I'll have to get us there.
Remember those times we drive to OKC and go see a show? Spend the night when we really didn't have the money to?
Yeah. It's going to seem like a lot longer distance this time. But I got the Highlander.
I knew the four-wheel drive was better.
Yeah. And it's going to have precious cargo.
Most precious. If you don't think you can do it, just say and we'll think of something else.
No, I got this. We will be there.
You know where I am.
Yep. And I wrote it down in case my phone dies.
I believe in you.
I know. And I tell you right now, I'm going to get our family through this.
Be safe. Do what you have to do. I love you.
I love you too. See you in a while. Ben, I've got to go.
Yeah, I think we all have to. Hang on. Sean! Where is that idiot?
Ben, call in on the station phone and make the line stay open, and we're cutting out.
No problem. Give me a second. Go holler at Sean, though.
Sean!
We're good. It's on. Use this phone. It'll stay on the air as long as there's juice.
We've got to go. I don't know what happened to Sean. Get everything. We're not coming back. Get your gun and be ready to fire. There's several zombies on the ground, and there was one coming up the stairs. We're not going to be able to defend this place. I've got to get my kid. She's out towards Oglesby.
Well, no offense, but I got my own people I got to get to, and they're in Nowata. We can caravan as far as Yoakum's, but we'll split up from there.
Okay, thanks. Your car okay?
Well, it's going to have to be. Get ready. Get your keys.
Ben, in the window! Get out! What? He was right there. I didn't want to have to do that.
Yeah, there's been too much shooting here. We got to get out. Look, there's several on the ground.
Go! Now! Go!
You ready?
Yes!
Keep going!
If there's anyone still listening, we are headed out of the studio and soon to be down Frank Phillips. There are several dead walking nearby, but I think we can... What are you guys doing?
Woohoo! Yeah, boy!
No, wait, man. I want to get this one with the machete.
Quit playing around.
No, I got this one. Just watch it.
Seriously?
We got to get out of here. You guys, what are you doing here?
We've been dead hunting.
Yeah, with those guys, that's 7 for Spider and 9 for me.
You know I call those two by the come and go.
What can I say? I'm faster on the trigger.
You guys, thank you. I gotta go, though. We gotta go.
You got some zombies to kill?
I've got to get to my daughter, and Ben's got to get to his people.
You can come with us. We got room.
Yeah.
Thanks, but I've got to have my vehicle.
Well, that may work for me, though. I'm not sure my car can make it.
This horde will get you through whatever you need to get through.
Then you go with them. I've got to take my truck.
I'll go with you. Hang on.
I am not hanging on. You're going or you're not.
All right. I need my gear, buddy. All right, you're ready for anything now?
We'll talk on the way. Not that it matters, but we're going to stay on the air, just so you know.
Yeah, really far out. How?
This phone is hooked up to the station. I need to stay on.
That's cool. I've been working here for 2 years. I've never been on.
Well, now you are. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following, 2 of our station co-workers, Frank and Spider, just came by in the nick of time to help us out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Spy.
Yeah, no problem. Holy cow, look at that. Over there at the KFC.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man, slow down. I can get a bunch of them.
Spider, we're not stopping for anything. I've got to get to my kid. We're going out by New Harmony, out by Oglesby. If there are some zombies still on their feet, then you can shoot all of them that you want.
Yeah, sweet God. Well, they took over the KFC. Hell, they're all over everything. Dang.
Yeah, I just got to get to my kid. What all do you have in there?
Well, I got a Glock 17, a Marlin 1894 CB, an AR-15, my personal favorite, a Remington 87.
Spy. Okay, I don't know what those are. You got rifles, pistols, what?
No, yeah, you don't get the technical talk. Well, okay, we got 2 pistols, 2 shotguns, 3 rifles, trench knife, a machete, and a Ninja 4-arm machete.
I got it. You got ammo for all that?
Yep. That's in the other bag, plus they all loaded.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are heading outside of town, and I will try to keep you posted on the scene on the way.
Oh, yeah, we're on the radio!
We're going to be on the air for as long as the cell battery holds out. The roads seem to be fairly clear, but there are groups of dead on some of the roadsides that appear to be feeding.
Yeah, oh, man, don't even go by Walmart. Get on Adams, and we can take Bison to No Water Road. Hey, man, we're turning.
I think you're right. Spider, what have you been seeing?
Hey, everyone. Hey, Frank.
You just saw him. What are you wanting here?
I can see him waving. Look at that.
Okay, yeah. Focus, Spider. What have you seen around town?
Well, they're pretty much everywhere. They move real slow, and they're real klutzy, so you can get away from one or maybe 2, but if there's a bunch of them, you in trouble. You just gotta get in someplace strong and hunker down.
That actually sounds like good advice, Spider. Thanks.
We've been getting ready for this for quite a while.
I can see that. Are there any areas that we need to avoid while we're driving?
Well, no, man. Look at that. Dang.
Oh, yeah, dang. For those listening, what Spider is reacting to is the Walmart parking lot. It's not hyperbole to say that there are probably 2,000 dead there, and it looks like the doors are broken open. So if anyone was hunkered down in there, well, it's probably not safe.
Watch them on the hill.
Oh, got him. For those listening, there are some dead scattered on the hill to the north of the Walmart. Get away.
Just get them. Run over them. Just slow them down. Just don't lose control. This truck ain't too bad. It's a 4x4, right?
Yeah.
There ain't none by the make, though, huh?
Okay, I think we're through. There are some accidents along the side of the road, and it doesn't look good at all. It looks like these people didn't get away after they crashed.
Yeah, somebody's back to zombie. Heck yeah!
Okay. We're headed towards Madison.
Yeah, I bet they ain't got that speed trap going today.
It looks like there's just various walkers just lumbering around. They're not chasing us, but just stumbling around. I really don't like these hills. I can't see what's in front until we're on top of it.
Frank, go around. Frank, go around. Lead it the way. See, he ain't scared. Woo!
Okay, so coming up on Bison.
I thought we were on your phone.
No, that's the work phone. This is mine. God, it's my daughter. Sarah?
Bear?
What's going on? Sarah, put me on speaker. Art, you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't see anything, but Bear seems to... What's the matter? You smell something?
Mom, something's out there. There's something here.
Art, don't play around at all. If you have to shoot one of these things, it's in the head. You shoot it in the head and don't mess around.
Shoot it!
Shut up. Seriously.
Arthur, I can't see anything out there.
It's okay, Bear.
Francine, get that other shotgun.
I have.
There's more shells right there. You ready to go? You ready to shoot? Sarah, get behind me. Do it.
They're there. Is it that guy? Is it?
Stay back. Cover your ears. Cover your ears. Arthur, there. Good dog.
No one here. No.
Sarah! If anyone can hear this that can help, There are 3 people, including my 13-year-old daughter, that need help near New Harmony Church. They are...
I'm loaded up. I'm getting the 4-arm machete ready. We're coming, little girl. I'm ready. We fought worse than this. Oh, go. We got to get there now.
All right, you got that break?
Go! Move! We need to watch that hill at Yoakum's. I don't like that hill at Yoakum.
He's got it. Frank knows what he's doing.
No!
Oh, my God. Oh, God. You even said, you said to watch over the hill.
Are you okay? Are you hurt?
No, I don't think I am. I didn't hit anything, but... Oh, Frank! Oh, my God!
Spider, there's too many of them. People listening, there is a pileup just under the hill at Nowata and New Harmony, and you can't see it from eastbound until it's too late. There are lots of dead here. It looks like Frank was...
They're alive! I can see them! They're alive!
The windows broke! Their windows broke, Spider! There are too many of them!
No, get closer to them. I can get to them. Frank! In the head! Frank, you got to shoot him in the head!
Ben!
Mark, go! You can't do anything! I ain't leaving!
You can't do anything for them. There's too many, Spider. When they finish with them, they are going to come for us.
He's Johnny! Not too late. You got this, soldier. You got this. You can do this.
They've been bitten. You can't do anything.
Mark, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm coming, Frank. I'm coming. How about that?
Spider, get back here. Behind you. Spider, please come back here.
Come on, Mark. Get to your kid. Go, buddy.
Please, Spider, please.
I got this. Go on. Get to your kid.
The door. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here. I'm the only one left. Bear with me, because I'm not strong, but I have to be. Baby, I'm coming. I'm almost there. Oh, God, please.
Sarah, I'm taking my phone right now, so please leave a message.
Father God, please let her pick up. Let her be there. I'm weak and I'm overwhelmed and I need your strength. Please be with my family and be with anyone who's struggling, anyone who needs help. I'm not strong, but I pray you strengthen me to do what I'm afraid to.
Sarah,
Keep your hand on us when we are weak and forgive us when we are selfish. Strengthen me when I am weak. In your name, I ask these things. Amen. I'm coming, baby. Spider, your arsenal was not in vain. I'm here, Sarah. Cease firing. Okay. Machete, pistols. I've got this. Please, baby, pick up.
Mom?
Sarah! Oh, my God. You're there.
Mom, they're breaking in. One of them got Grandma's arm.
I'm here. I'm outside. Tell Grandpa to stop shooting. I'm outside. I'm at the end of the drive. Put me on speaker.
They got a couple of holes in this place. Whatever you're going to do it fast.
You guys all in one piece?
Yeah, we're all good. I'm moving to the axe, so roll that.
Okay, I've got a lot of weaponry. It looks like there's only 3 on their feet.
We got the rest.
Okay, I'm coming with a pistol. Be ready. Right here! Right here! I'm right here! I'm right here! Come and get me! Right here! Sarah! Here, we're okay!
Grandma? Oh my God. Arthur, I'm hurt.
How bad is it? What happened?
They must have been from the cemetery. Oglesby. They were strong, and they were pulling some of the boards off of the house, and a couple were reaching through.
Francine, oh no.
I got a couple, but they kept reaching through, and I must have been closer than I thought, and they grabbed my arm.
It broke the skin. Oh, my God.
She'll be part Francine, but not Francine. I know what I have to do.
Now you just hold your horses, Arthur Logan.
Well, you're going to turn.
No, she's not. She's not.
But I've been bitten.
Yeah, she's been bitten.
Arthur, I'm gonna...
Ray has a vaccine. He can stop it. It's still experimental.
He does?
Yes. He thinks he can stop it and reverse it. You haven't heard it because they haven't made it public yet. We can save you.
Oh, Francine, I wasn't really going to shoot you.
Don't you even. I'm going to remember this, and then...
How are we going to get it here?
I'm going to go get it and bring Ray back, too.
Oh, honey, you can't. It's too dangerous.
I have to. I talked to him, and that's what we had already decided. We have to face this as a family, and now we have to do this to save our family.
Be careful there. I'm going to get those holes patched back up. Sarah, grab those nails. I don't know how long we have until there's more.
Grandma, if Dad can fix it, we'll get it for you. I know he can help.
Babe, you can't come. It's too dangerous.
I want to go. I can help.
Are you sure? You might ought to stay with Grandma and Grandpa.
Those zombies will try to snatch you away from us.
I know how to make this more secure now. There's not going to get in here, and from here on out, and Grandma might try to eat her, but I'm watching you.
Arthur, I'm going to strangle you with my bare hands on principle alone.
All right.
You guys, we can do this.
I want to get Dad.
You take Bear with you, honey. He'll protect you.
We will.
He's brave. He won't leave us.
I know. And I know what we have to do. You sure you want to do this, babe?
Yeah.
Keep your phone charged up and keep in contact.
I will. The station one is about dead, though, and I don't have a charger cord for it.
You did all you could to keep people aware.
We all know that beep says your battery is dying. When it goes, that's it for the station. Ladies and gentlemen, know that I have tried to stay on as long as I could. I have no way to recharge this phone, so when it goes, that will be the end of transmission. I guess I'm okay for arms, thanks to Spider. I've pretty much got an arsenal in the car, too, so we're ready. We're still fighting, and there's still hope. Don't give up.
Sarah, grab a couple of them water jugs.
Like you told me, don't mess around. If you have to, well, you know what to do.
We'll be back by sundown. I've got my own phone, and it's good. Okay, I'll be in touch. I'm not stopping till we're back here with Ray. You ready, babe?
Yeah, I know we'll be okay. We have to be.
Be careful. You don't know what's out there.
Well, but we know what we're fighting for. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Then let's go. Board this up behind us.
I love you. Bring our boy back.
We will. Say a prayer for us, and we'll see you in a few hours. This phone is almost gone. Keep fighting, my friends.
Come on, Bear, in the truck.
Let's go get Daddy and his medicine.
Hello, this is... Oh, yeah. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Are we back? So this is Spider. You are listening to KWO. No. You are listening to KSPI. Yeah, KSPI, like Spider, right? So I'm back, and the score is now Spider 22 and Frank 9. May he rest in peace. And I'm here. I'm going to be here killing zombies and taking names all this here is this apocalypse. I'm going to be here until this apocalypse is over. I'm going to be here. And here's how I got here. So there I was now. I was surrounded by zombies. They were everywhere. And I was like, go save your kid. Because I'm noble like that, you know. It was just like in the Wrath of Khan where Mr. Spock sacrifices himself to save Captain Kirk. It was just like that. But it was zombies and not Klingons and I was like, go, Barbara, save yourself and your kid. And I wanted her to, but she took all my guns. And she took all my guns, which is kind of a problem.